Okay, so in this video we're going to learn how we're going to fill these tables now, because we want to fill these tables with programs, names, etc, etc. We want us to be able to take information from the database and display it on this specific table that we created on our views. This is the template that appears, this HTML file, but now we want to take information from the database and fill them here. And for that, we'll have to use a concept of template tags. Or you have to understand how template tags work. So basically, template tags are ways to write Python-like logic directly onto our templates here. So there are two types of template tags, or there are a couple of types of template tags, but the ones that we'll use are these two. There is this one that we have used a couple of times that looks like this. And this, you can use it for creating Python logics like for loop, if, else, conditional statements. And there is another one that looks like this, which is double curly bracelets, whatever, curly brackets. And with this, we can pass data through variables and other dynamic ways. So let's write a for loop here first. Let's try and write a for loop. So basically, we can write for I in students and also after doing that, we have to end the for loop. So and for. Okay, and before we tackle this for loop or initiate it, what we need to do is first of all pass this information to the template. So we'll go to views, just close these things out. We'll go to views.html. Just do this. Sorry, view, 2 columns. Let's put it here. Perfect. So, okay, and so we need to pass this information. Let me just close these ones out. Okay, we just that's good. So we need to go to the views.html, and first of all, what you need to do is import the models. So from .models, import all, which is signified by that. So we've imported everything. Then inside here, we'll need to query the database for all the data. So we do that by querying the database for all the data. We first of all, let's just put it on top of this one. We'll just have students will be equal to, from the models, this one, student dot object dot all dot all, and this now queries the database to take all the data from this student model, and which will take the data from the database. Okay, something else that we need to do is to pass in another parameter here, render another parameter, and it will be, pass it in the template, and it will be, just have these two curvy bracelets, and whatever we named this one here, students, is what we'll name it here. So it can be anything, but let's name it students, and then pass in the key, which will be students, which is this one. Okay, that works good. Let's go to the students here now. For I in students, what we want to take is the program. So I dot this program, because that's the first one here. Program is the first one here. Okay, that works good. Something else that we need to do is let's make sure that it shifts table row to table row if there are more than one, there's more than one product. So how we do that is we'll just add something here. Let's first of all just get this out of that. Perfect. So we will add a new row here. Just add a new row. So it will create a new row after every iteration. Create a new row after every iteration. Perfect. Save this. Then we'll put this into a column. Save this. Come here, refresh. You save it, everything, view, save this, refresh here. So it's not working. What might be the problem? Let's just go here. Student has no attribute object. Student. So it's supposed to be objects. Sorry. Okay, let's go here. Save this. See if there's another error. Okay. Refresh this. Still not working. Let's see if the port is working first of all. Okay, let's now look for students. Okay, it's not working. Oh, okay, I've rendered it into the wrong function. Sorry. I'll just take this. It's supposed to be in this function. Because we are working with the students.html, that's what we want it to be rendered to. Also, this is not supposed to be here. Cut this. Paste it here. Try this again. Boom. You remember we added Nganga, and now we have basically applied statistics. We can come to the admin panel here. Go to students, add a new one. Should be, let's say, computer science. Gender, let's have a female this time. Enrollment year 2018. Name Belinda. Belinda, just have one name. Phone number 070000. Let's just have random number. Email, let it look like mine, but we'll change this to fake completion year 2022. Save that, come back here, refresh this, and it adds it here. Now we know how to render information from the database to our template here. We can see it only fills the program, no gender and these other things. But now we see how we can add this, and now what we can do is add other things there. For us to add and fill the other ones, what we can do is let's just copy this, paste it, copy this, paste it again and again and again. So we can change this from program to gender, then just copy paste this here. Paste this real quick, copy this, paste it here, copy this, have it here, remove this here, put it here, save this, go back to this, refresh, and look at that. So it has added all of them according to the specifications, and you can see BSc, gender, nganga, phone number, the email 2022. Then our next student, computer science student, who is a female who enrolled in 2018. Her name is Belinda. Phone number, email, and completion year. So that works perfectly. So what we want to do next, we need to fill now these sections. And how we do that is let's go to views here. Let's just copy this, have it here, paste it, and now we want the count of students. So we'll create another one here, another variable, we call it total underscore students equals, so this variable students dot count, and the brackets, perfect. Save this. Okay, we will then go to the, it was called I think status, not sure, let's just check. Where is it? Students, yeah, total stats. Here in total stats, we want here to have this value, total students, copy this, come here. Remember our braces, our save this, then we'll go back to this, refresh. Passed this nicely. So there's an error, it's not working when you check this, but the server is working properly, so there's a problem here. We have not added this. You can see we added this other time, that but just some dumb mistake here, no problem. So Let me just add it like this. Total students key total students. Save this, go here, refresh. Okay, we have a problem, another problem, no problem. There's a problem here. Yeah, the problem, there is no comma here. They've even suggested it. Perhaps you forgot a comma. These are some problems that you have to deal with every time, and you can see the total students are 2 because we are only 2. And for good measure, we can add another student here. We'll just have maybe math and computer science. Gender, female, enrollment year 2016, name Effie, phone number, email, okay, enter this. Can have maybe fake 2, completion year 2020, save, come back here, refresh this, and then it turns to 3. Now we know how many students we have, and let's see how we're going to work on the total courses. Total courses. Go back to our code here. Okay, so we have found the count for the total students. Now we want to find the total courses. So this will be equal to this value here, student. We'll create a new query where it's student dot objects dot values. Then what we want to pass here is this. What we will pass here will be the name of the distinct things that we want to count. Program. Then we will have dot distinct I think that's the spelling. Dot distinct, it's good. Dot count. Save this. Go to the totals here. Let's just copy this. Put this inside here. Something else that we need to do is, because you can see this argument here is starting to become very long, so let's create something like a dictionary. We'll call it count. Context. Then it will be equal to, let's put this inside first. Cut this, remove it here. Let's just put the curly braces, paste it there, comma, and then we'll add a new one. Total courses, key is total courses. Save this, go back to our code, refresh this. Okay, something has happened wrong. Okay, I've not passed it here. I have to pass context here. Save this, go back here, refresh this. This has not yet appeared. Let's see what might be the problem. Total courses, check on the value of the program. Total stats here. Save this. Let's save this. refresh. Perfect. We have 3 courses, and for us to see if it's working perfectly, we can come back here. We create a new course, but it has let's say computer science or BSc statistics, gender male, enrollment year, let's say 2015, name Mike, phone number, email address, faker, year of completion 2019. Save this, go back here, refresh. The number of students have increased, but the courses have remained the same because it's looking how many courses we have. So we are looking at the distinct courses. For us to see if it's working perfectly, we can go back to Mike, make it applied mathematics, save, come back here, and then we have 4 courses, and we can see it's working perfectly. But just maintain applied statistics here, enter. Perfect. So what you have here is some good documentation of this. Most of these things, these was a very, very simple $200 website, and they were mostly interested in just having the student database where they could see the students, and then they could add new students, have a form to create new students, etc. So most of the things I'm actually doing here are actually overkill. Like this one, I just having this down. I will add new things as I move on. Anything I see fit, or anything I see looks nice, I will just add it here. But for the purpose of this project itself, it was a basic $250 website, so not too much detail into it. And we have this. This is what mostly was concentrated with. I was thinking about maybe removing a couple of things, having the name and the program and the phone number, then making this a name so you can click a certain name, then you can tell all these other details. But that is not completely necessary. This is just for educational purposes for you guys, but it is not necessary for this project. I hope you've learned something. See you in the next one. Peace. And we will be discussing creation of dynamic URL and see how to have dynamic text, dynamic URL routing, dynamic URL routing template, and things like that. So peace in the next one. Okay. So in this one, you're going to look at the URLs and make a couple of changes on them, so that as you can see, when you look at this dashboard, when you click it, nothing happens. Students, when you click it, nothing happens. We want to make these URLs dynamic such that these ones, once you click them, they take us to the dashboard or home. The students, you can have information on this, whatever is here right now. And we can also create another one for our logo here. So we first of all go to the URLs, and remember, this is not the original URLs. These came here. This has the admin, and then it included the URLs from the students. So when you go to the students URL, these are the ones that are there. So what we want to do here is want to have names for this. So we'll call this home, and then we'll also have a name for this, and we'll call it students. Okay, so once you do this, we have given them an identity, but I have made a mistake. They're supposed to have that. These things, while you're doing them live, you can make a couple of mistakes, but as long as you make sure you don't mess up. Okay, our server is still running. It's still running. There's silence. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to use these names as our links. When we go to our navbar, for example, we go to our navbar, we realize that there is nothing linked here. We can put a slash here, save this, and go back to this, or we can just copy this, put it here, put it there, save this, and now refresh this. Now when you click the dashboard, it brings us here. But this is a very redundant way of doing it, because if we want, now we have put this website on a certain domain name like students.com. Now we'll have to come and change this here, because it will be reflecting to a local server, which is not good. So that's why we have created a name for these URLs. So the best way of doing this is by now coming here. So we'll use tags. Inside here, we'll use tags, that, %. Inside here, we'll write URL. It will go to the URL. Then it will look for this name, home. Save this. Go back here. And let's go to students, see if it will return us to that dashboard. When you click students, you see it has returned us to the home. So whatever domain we have here, it will always come back to this page. Let's do it also for the next one. I'll just copy this. And change this to students. Save that. Home, students, perfect. And that's what we were trying to do here. This can be more dynamic. This can be more dynamic. We can make them H-links, but this is not that much of a big project. If we had a lot of information on students, if this student, probably in Angaria, had a lot of information apart from just this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if we had like 20 of them, we'll have put this to be displayed. Then when you click him, you'll see the rest, like maybe projects and things like that. But now it's just displays this because this is what was required. We could have used IDs to have everyone have their own special, maybe ID 1, then it will go to information on the first person if you click them, or number 2, etc., etc. But for this specific website, it's not that important. So we have this working good, perfect. And now you can see our website, now our web application taking shape. Next, we'll look at creating, where we'll look at adding new students, creating the forms for that. And I don't think adding new course is important, because I've been told that it's for one department. And remember, this is a $200 to $250 type of website. So the main purpose, so just like $250 website. So some of these things, I'll just remove this and make sure this is active. and where you can click and add a new student, and we'll learn about creating, updating, and deleting. So where we can find a way where we can create new people, update the names of the people, and delete some of them. But this will be an administrative role, because we don't want to keep on coming to the admin here. If you want to make any changes, we come to the students, make changes here. We want to make it have a form where you can create, update or delete anything, and that's what we're going to learn next. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.